Good day everyone, I'm Cyril Fontanilla from BSE2B Mathematics. I'm here to discuss about lesson plan and give an examples of lesson plan in mathematics in grade 9 and grade 10. So, a lesson plan provides you with a general outline of your teaching goals, lesson objectives, and means to accomplish them, and is by no means exhaustive. A productive lesson is not one in which everything goes exactly as planned, but one in which both student and instructor learn from each other. A lesson plan is the instructor's roadmap of what student needs to learn and how it will be done effectively during the class time. Then you can design appropriate learning activities and develop strategies to obtain feedback on student learning. Having a carefully constructed lesson plan for each 3 hours lesson allows you to enter the classroom with more confidence and maximize your chance of having a meaningful learning experience with your student. Here are the steps to build a lesson plan. Number 1, identify the objectives. To build a lesson, you first need to identify the objectives of each class. What do you hope to accomplish by the end of the period? Are these specific things that your students should know or be able to do? If you are teaching younger students, a lesson objectives may be that they are able to identify animals that live in the rainforest after reading a chapter about animals in Brazil. For older students, this goal may involve having learned how to solve algebraic equation. Objective, provide goals to be attained, give direction for the class discussion, and call for what outcomes to expect. Number 2, determine the needs of your students. With this particular lesson, are you introducing new material or reviewing what you've already taught in a previous class at the start of the class? Be sure to let students know what to expect so they can stay focused on meeting your objectives. When reviewing material, some of your students may need more encouragement than others. Identifying these needs in your lesson plan will help you prepare. Number 3, plan your resources and materials. Make a list of the resources and materials you'll need to teach this lesson, such as paper, pens, and rulers. Don't forget to include technology resources in your plan when appropriate, laptop, and gamified learning tools like apps or educational website. Number 4, engage your students. What's the point of a lesson if your students are not engaged? You want them to be interested in what you're teaching. Thus, to prepare, you need to get them interested in what this lesson is all about. Give them an outline of what you're going to presenting. Then, introduce the subject more informally. For example, if you're teaching students a formula, try to deriving it from scratch to build their intuition for where it comes from. Or, if you're discussing certain historical events, try to draw parallel between those and any current events so students can relate to the material. Number 5, instruct and present information. So, once you set the stage for what you'll be teaching, it's time to present the information to your students. This is the time to instruct in whatever resources you've included in your lesson plan. Involve your student in the process whenever possible so they engage. For example, you could ask students to come to the board and solve certain problems or any questions. Number 6, allow time for student practice. After teaching new material, leave time for students to practice. There are 3 practice methods that, when work in order, are good ways to reinforce what you've just taught. Number 1 method, guided practice. With a guided practice, you're taking students back through what they just learned, letting them and add their own input as they gain confidence with the new information. Number 2 method, collaborative process. With partners or in a group, the collaborative process is all about students talking with their peers as they explore this new concept, circulate among your class, and offer additional instruction or help when needed to clarify points. Number 3 method, independent practice. After the collaborative practice, it's time for students to practice what they learned on their own. Adapt independent practice according to the material you've just presented, such as using worksheets or having students write a short essay. Number 7. Ending the lesson. Finish the lesson with a quick wrap-up. Do a brief overview of the lesson, including the main concept the class learned. Ask a student to identify the key ideas as a refresher and leave them with a preview of the next lesson so they know what to expect. And then last step, number 8, evaluate the lesson. Did you achieve your learning objectives? Provide students with the opportunity to show they know the material by using a short quiz or test. Depending on the result, your next plan may include a review of information before moving on the new material. Here are the example of lesson plan in mathematics. So, in this example, we can see that the first thing they do is write the lesson or the subject they teach. Next step is the objectives. After that, the procedure, which the insertion is the attendance and classroom management, or how to plan the resources and materials needed in teaching. These next are the time which the teacher instruct and present the information. After that are the time for the student to practice what they learn. And if the teacher finish the lesson, they need to evaluate by providing a short quiz. Using this example, we can build our own lesson plan because now we know how to do it. And that's all for this video. Thank you.